As you smooth it down for just a moment, a bandage shifts beneath your palm. It feels like something wriggling under his skin, like something's pushing against the cloth. You snap your hand back with the start. You blink and the illusion breaks. Austin shifts with the winds, his ribs flexing against the pressure of your hand. It was just a muscle, just him moving around a bit. You force your hand to stay steady as you find a fresh layer of cloth around Austin's torso. When you step back and straighten up, you can't seem to shake the knees that lingers in your chest. There, better. Thanks. His voice is low. You help him get his shirt back on. It's the least I could do anyway. Don't move while I go pick the stuff up off your floor. It'll only take a sec. We can discuss breakfast after that. You put away the first aid stuff, wash your hands, and head into Austin's room to clean up. Cleaning should clear your head a bit. We got a letter. Huh? It's a photograph of you and Austin at a party you went to together. Aw, that's cute. It brings back memories from that time. It was the beginning of senior year in high school. You had always heard of you have always heard of the ranges held at Stevenson's house. You never experienced one for yourself, but the stories, the rumors about fights, drunken dares, and people passing out in the yard spread fast at school. Even without seeing it firsthand, you had a pretty good feeling it wasn't your idea of a good time. After the last late night call, you realized going along had always been easier than leaving him
It's
to
like
his
you
own
found yourself on
devices.
Justin's Stevenson's couch, his family dog at your hand while they studs through the drywall and ceiling fan, looking at the spin too fast overhead. So the faces blurred together, kids from other classes, the same people who wouldn't remember your name if you told them. Weston had gotten you a cup full of some alcohol concoction from the kitchen and shoved it into your hand before vanishing into the crowd, swallowed up by music and laughter. You take a few sips just to be polite. You'll stick to water after this. You already know you're the one driving him home. Austin kept disappearing and reappearing. He always had a plastic cup glued to one hand, and his arms slung around someone's shoulder, grinning wide at things you can't hear. You check your watch, then the front door, then your cup again. Having fun? He's behind you before you notice, leaning over the couch, the smell of alcohol heavy on his breath. Totally. You hope the sarcasm flies over his head. He chuckles, giving your shoulder a lazy, friendly slap before disappearing again. He's gone again. You don't expect to see him again for a while. To your surprise, only 5 minutes later, Austin comes back and tugs at your shirt collar.
Moon, I got something that'll loosen you up. You hesitate only a moment before following him upstairs, running through the noise until you step out onto the balcony, laughing at nothing. The smoke drifts and curls in the air, hanging over the railing like fog. This will help. He takes the joint from one of the guys and draws long, practice drag. He holds it for a few seconds, grinning and blowing the smoke toward the balcony rail. He turns to you. He turns to you, offering it with a tilt of his head. You stare at it. You don't have to. But he's smiling like he already knows your answer. It was a look that said, I'll still like you even if you say no. But I'll like you more if you say yes. You take it and exhale it too fast. It burns the back of your throat. You double over coughing. Your body caught between the feeling of trying to breathe, but also not breathing at the same time. Austin laughs. He slaps your back once or twice. He takes another hit himself, then leans back watching you struggle. When you finally catch your breath, he holds it out to you again. You steady it for a second, willing yourself to take it slow this time and do it right. This time you take it slower, letting it through your lungs. You choke back a cough, and your head spins a little till the warmth spreads. Puff, puff, pass, ninja. Hey, see, not so bad, right? They getting fried. Austin throws his arms over his shoulders cheerfully. You're a quick learner. How'd you get so smart? Bad influence on his health. You a bad influence. You glance up at him, still dizzy. Austin's joy must be contagious because you realize you're now smiling as well. No, you getting lit. It's nice to let loose sometimes, huh? Honestly, it didn't feel nice. Earlier, it felt like you were an alien observing Austin's world from afar. What y'all got? Y'all got that purple kush? What y'all got? Oh, you extended his hand and pulled you into that world. You got that cotton candy? He made you feel wanted. What you got? You got the grape little grabs. You got the lemon. What you got? It made you feel like less of an outsider. You're about to say something back to him when you spot someone waving a camera. The two of you turn and pose, just in time for the shutter. You step back and your chest feels tight. The noise, the smoke, the chaos of night, it all rushes back. Austin's grin frozen in the image makes your hand tremble slightly. Why does Austin still have this? It's a bad influence on your life, cuz. Bad influence. You glance around, heart racing. You consider tossing it in the garbage and letting it vanish entirely, but your fingers linger on the edges. You crumble it roughly, your knuckles going white, then stuff it into your pocket, hiding the photo and trying to push it down, the bile rising in your throat. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. old recipes. Everybody hit the joint once in their life, once or twice. Everybody got drunk once or twice. You could probably just toss these away. A textbook on human anatomy for a class Austin took last semester. You put it back on the shelf where it belongs. With that, the room is all clean. I can head back to the living room now. Re-enter the living room, and Austin is still in the same spot, slouched against the arm of the couch. His face is calm and mostly expressionless, but his fingers twitch slightly against the fabric of the couch. You decide to take a seat beside him. You hungry? I'll make something, but probably not eggs. I can't wait. Austin wrinkles his nose. No more eggs or toast. What's wrong with eggs and toast? Soup then. Cereal. Everyone wants something quick. Austin shakes his head slowly, his eyebrows frowning. Then he looks up at you. What about liverwurst or black pudding? Something like that. You blink, caught off guard. You mean like organ meat? Austin rubs his neck suddenly, a bit sheepish. Yeah, I know. You don't like those, but it's full of iron and stuff, I think. He stops and strokes. Don't know, I feel like it hit the spot. After everything he'd been through, it was hard not to feel a sense of relief. He seemed so listless ever since he came back. But anytime meat was involved, something seemed to shift. His posture straightened a little, and his eyes brightened. He moved with a kind of focus that reminded you of how things were before. You couldn't tell if it was hunger or if something else was finally getting through to him, but right now he was animated, engaged, and clearly hungry. It's not my favorite, but it's not like you were going to force me to eat it. I think the meat shop on the side of town should have that sort of thing. I'd head over that way now. Sit tight. Thanks, Rocky. Silly. Head down the 5 flights of stairs and make it to your car. The engine calls. The moment you turn the keys, shivering and wheezing, you bite your lip. And Austin just fixed this. Is it really already falling apart again? Did you grab a faulty part? Or is something deeper wrong? You jab at the pedal, muttering under your breath as the starter groans. Sparks of frustration run through you. It takes a few tries, but finally, with a shuddering roar, the engine catches. You pull out into the street and make your way to the butcher.
The moment you step into the meat shop, a sharp smell of salt and iron hits your nose. The store is tiny and cramped, with counters and seats packed tight against the walls. It's quiet, the low buzz of the overhead fluorescent almost seems loud in your ears. You hadn't seen anyone who walked in. It looked like kind of a family-owned place where a butcher does everything himself. You wander past the slabs of beef and pork, glancing at labels, trying to figure out where the meat with organs might be. You must look lost because a low voice cuts through the silence. Look at the meat. Looking for something in particular. Look at the fish. You jump slightly. The man appears behind the counter, gloves on, the same figure as you assumed ran the whole shop. Look at the sausage. The sound in his voice is loud, echoing the tiny space. Yeah, a liverwurst or black pudding, any sort of organ meat would do, I think. The butcher tilts his head, then lifts a tray from the case. Piled on it were small glistening hearts, deep purplish red under the harsh lights. All I got right now is this batch of chicken hearts. Here, trouble is, we're already set aside for a regular. And why you pull them out then? Why you pull them out? I'll get some ready in a bit later. He slides the tray back into the case. How much later? Hmm. 3 hours maybe. Could be a little longer though. Pay the front and I'll set it aside for you. The clock above him ticks loudly. Each second drags cut. Austin, really wait. 3 hours. I need to take a quick call. Alright, I'm about to take a smoke break, so I'll be back in 15, or you can give me a holler when you decide on it.
You fish your
He
phone
pulls off
out
his gloves
and hold
and heads to the
down
back.
too. It takes a while, and
The
you're
door swings
almost
open
not
and
sure
closes, leaving you alone
if
with
he's going to
the
pick up.
rows of meat.
But then he answers, "Hello? Hey, Austin. All he's got today is chicken hearts, but the guy said they were already reserved. It'll be another few hours before he'll have more." There's a pause, and then a laugh. All of it reserved. What? Are people lining up for chicken hearts like it's a rock concert? I'm serious. You wouldn't sell me any. They just grab them. What's he gonna do? Tackle you over a bag of internal organs? See what I mean? Bad influence. He trying to have you steal them chicken hearts. I... You don't want to leave me here starving, do you? Manipulation. Manipulation. Who's more important? Me or some random out there who apparently has to buy out the town's whole stock of organs? Me? It's just some petty theft. It's not that big of a deal. You want to go to jail? His voice suddenly loses all warmth. You should have left him in the hospital. Forget that. I've seen you do worse. That's manipulation. He trying to hold that over your head. Come on, right? And then the line clicks to you turn your head back to the case. The chicken hearts are right there, out in a neat, glistening mountain. Don't steal that. Perfectly sized, shining with the sheen of blood. You know you could wait. You could leave and come back in a few hours. Or you could take them now. No one is watching. The counter would be easy to hop over. Don't do it. Wait. Austin is hungry, and the butcher made it seem like it would take at least an hour. Eating is essential to a speedy recovery, and it's probably not great to put off eating for several hours. Tell him make a bowl of cereal. You still want to wait? Yeah. You decide to wait. It's the right thing to do. Skipping breakfast won't be great for him, but it's not like it'll kill him to wait. There's some snacks at his place besides. You told him, and he knows. You shout at the back door. Sir! With the crack of the door opening, the butcher pokes his head into the building. You decide what you're going to do. Yeah, I decided that I'll wait it out. I'll leave the money for a pound of chicken hearts and my phone number on a piece of paper so you can call me when it's ready. Alright, thanks. See you later then. You step out of the butcher shop, letting the cool air hit your face. The morning sun glints off wet pavement, and for the first time in a while you feel as though there is no immediate crisis waiting. You don't have anything pressing to do for a few hours, so you start wandering the streets, letting your thoughts drift. A few blocks later, voices call from the corner of a small greens that you study with some tiny spot. You would wave. Riley, hey, we're heading to the breakfast at the cafe down the block. You wanna join us? Sure, why not? You fall into step together, chatting casually as you walk. The conversation drifts from music releases to the as absurdity of traffic, but every now and then their eyes look towards you, a mixture of curiosity and concern. Hey, we saw the news. You okay? About Austin, bear attack. You shrug lightly, forcing a casual tone. Yeah, he's doing okay. He will be pretty scarred up, but he's alive and he's recovering quickly. Man, that must have been crazy. We were we were worried. They they asked a few more questions, mostly lighthearted, teasing you about your car or the hoard old CDs. You left alone grateful for the normalcy, even if part of your mind still on Austin. After breakfast, you and your friends part ways and drift down a few streets. The OCD store catches your eye. It's got posters plastered on the windows and stacks of albums visible. Open door. You duck inside and flip through vinyl and CDs to let music drown your thoughts for a while. A rare find catches your attention, a record you and Austin used
to argue over at his parents' house, debating which version of the track was better. Next, you broke into a small bookstore across the street. You skim titles here and there, fingers tracing the spines, and occasionally pulling a book to read a paragraph or two. Time passes faster than you realize. As you're flipping through a book about classic films, your phone buzzes in your pocket. You pull it out and answer it quickly. Hello? Afternoon, kid. Bags is ready. You come in any time and pick them up. Got it, thanks. I'll be there soon. You tuck the phone away and start hiding back to the meat shop. You ticket the hearts without issue and head back to Austin's house. You push open Austin's door, carrying a small bag of chicken hearts. Austin is sitting at the table, his arms crossed. He is tapping his fingers with a rhythm that hinted at impatient movement. The butcher said they'd be ready in a few hours. I waited like we talked about. Austin huffs and moves forward slightly. His eyes darken, and you notice the way he studies the bag. Fine, but man, I was starving. Let me see him. You set the bag on the table. Austin reaches for it and opens it up, fingers brushing against the paper wrapping. He tears open the bag, shoves it in his hand without hesitation, pops a heart into his mouth. His eyes close briefly, a small shiver running through him as he chews. The sound of wet and unnatural, and you fight down a shiver of your own. Won't eat them like that, bro. Yeah, cooking kills nutritions. My grandpa let me do this all the time. I'm fine. You swallow hard. Something about the way he focuses on so intense, unsatisfying his hunger makes the room feel tense. Did his grandpa really let him do that? Or was he saying that to get you off his back? Your instincts say it's wrong, but a part of you can't argue with his certainty. He reaches for another, grabbing it with eager fingers, and step back slightly to give him space. Winston chews deliberately. He doesn't look away from you, and you can help notice the satisfaction in his posture. With each heart it feels like he's more alert and alive. You start to say something but catch yourself in your chest. You let him. You hear to help. However, it isn't helpless. He can still make his own decision. If this is what he wants, there's no reason to stress over it for him. You turn your eyes away from Austin and go to prepare your own lunch. Even if Austin won't eat the eggs and toast, you have no qualms about eating them yourself. You cook your meal without incident and eat it quickly.
The smell of the raw meat is still lingering in the air. You can't ignore it for the most part. You and Austin fed the rest of the day stretches out ahead of you. No errands, no more obligations. How spring break should be. You want to walk around and get some fresh air after feeling up to it. We can go to the rooftop a bit. Listen thinks about it for a second, then nods. You both put your shoes on, and the two of you take a short journey from Austin's apartment to the rooftop's doorway. Despite his fall earlier, he seems a lot steadier now that he's eaten. Austin points to the top of the door frame. The landlady keeps the key to the roof on the ledge of the door frame. You feel around the top of the door frame, and once you find the key, you unlock the door. And the two of you climb carefully up the narrow stairwell. The air is cool up here, brushing against your face with a faint, refreshing spring breeze. From the 5th floor, you can see the street below, trees lining the sidewalks, their leaves swing lazily, and the occasional car crawling past. The town isn't too busy. There's a steady rhythm of ordinary life. It's comforting. It's been a while since the last time you've been up here. Seems like the owner has started growing some plants up here at some point. Not exactly the most exciting view, but I'll take it. Be staring at your ceiling all day. True, your ceiling is the one thing. Is the one with the cool water stains, after all. Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, you got thoughts on what you want for dinner? Dinner talk already? Austin Lasso leans against the ledge, eyes on the horizon. If you get another pawn, I'd happily demolish it. 1 pound of hearts wasn't enough for you. Hey, don't act surprised. I'm a grown boy. For a while, the two of you sit there side by side, watching the world below. Neither of you say much, but the silence feels natural. Eventually, you head back inside and Austin suggests a game. Not checkers, maybe something with a little more drama. He sets down a no set. The corners of the box one from each. Neither of you are exactly great at it, but you play anyway. You both lean over the board. Alright, here's my opening move. Prepare to be amazed. Austin hands over the starting line of pawns. He decides on one toward the middle and picks it down on the board heavy-handed with a click. You slow clap. Very impressive, Mr. Samsa. It must require great effort to move a single pawn. You just don't understand my genius yet. It involves instinct and raw talent. You mean just making shizzle as you go? That's the point. You can't predict greatness. You take your time deciding which would be the best pawn to move forward to set things up in your favor. Austin feigns a yawn. The first move is the foundation for the rest of that follows and needs to be solid. Sure. Don't put me to sleep with your indecision, though. Austin
Styles is reckless. He charges his pawn forward and throws his knight into battle, earning at every risky move. You play a little more methodically, carefully weighing each piece and muttering under your breath whenever Austin slips past your defense by doing something completely unexpected. You backed into a corner now. You bite your thumb. No matter how many ways you move, the remaining pieces on your board, you can't see any outcome. Where you win this, Austin tapes at the table impatiently. Well, if I can't win, I can at least take down as many of his pieces with me. The first match ends in his favor. Checkmate. He cheers. After all, that thinking you did each turn, I didn't think you'd go down that easy. You can't always outsmart that feeling. You know your eyes, that competitive flame beginning to burn within you. I'm just rusty, is all you gonna be so lucky next around. You do realize the game isn't over again. Confident are we? How cute. The second round drags longer. Austin keeps up his teasing snide remarks when you hesitate in dramatic sigh when you take too long. A simple mistake mid-game trips Austin up in an attempt to overcorrect. He doubles down on the offense and tries to catch you off guard, but it doesn't work. He is looking at the game board hard and deep, creases forming when his eyebrows furrow. You can give up now. You know no shame in cutting it short when you know you can't win. Nah, I won't throw in the towel so easily. I just gotta feel it out. He picks up a piece and to your horror, he goes for a spot that you had completely left open. You got cocky and overlooked it. It nearly cost you the game, but in the end, patience wins out. When you finally corner his king, you lean back with your grin. Checkmate. Austin grums loudly and throws his head up. Fast 2 out of 3. You're on. 3 turns into 5 and time slips without you realizing. What snaps you out of it is a loud and bursting growl of your stomach. You look around and realize the sky outside has darkened into evening. You glance towards the kitchen. You're hungry. I was thinking about grabbing a roast chicken from the store and a bag of microwave rice. Austin shakes his head casually. Nah, I'm good. The hearts were good enough for me. Alright. Well, don't come complaining to me when you want a midnight snack. Instead, you roaming through the fridge and you find a pack of frozen pork dumplings. Simple enough, you drop it into the pot with the steaming. Let it boil dumplings to perfection. You take a spot back at the table and scarf down your meal. Dumplings his weight forward, elbows resting on the table, and rests his face on his hand. You know you take good care of me, Riley. I don't think I feel as good as I do without you. I'm glad I can help. It's the least I can do. Austin smiles at you and then yawns. I'm crashing. It's been a good day. I hadn't had one of those in a while. Night. He disappears into his room. The door clinked behind him. For the first time in days, things truly feel back to normal. He's getting better. Everything is going to be okay. You feel the tiredness creeping in and realize you should probably sleep soon too. Before you can decide anything, your phone starts to ring. Hi, is this Riley Gray? This is Dr. Lowell. I was calling to check on Austin.
Samsa, I treated him after the beer accident. You had nearly forgotten. I had mentioned following up today. Today. Oh yeah. Hey, he's doing a lot better. Eating again, walking around. He's been alert more like himself, actually. That's good to hear. Any fever, swelling, pain, or confusion? No, none of that. He seemed a little out of yesterday, but he's looking way better today. He seems good. Glad to hear it. If anything changes, even slightly, don't hesitate to bring him back in. Okay? Sometimes these take a turn after a few days. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out. You hang up the phone. You can stay here stretched out on the couch, ready to be there if he needs you. Or you can head home and let him rest without hovering. Take a shower and put on a fresh pair of clothes. Home. I'm going home. I'm going home. Turn off the light. Let me go say goodbye to my booski. Night, babe. I'll see you tomorrow, babe. Stay up in your bed. Don't fall to bed this time. Because if you fall to bed and I see you, I'm going to get your ass. I ain't playing. Stay your ass up in there. Home. Wash your ass. Get in your bed. Go to sleep. You wake up. You should go check Austin.